Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Euro Yen as we could be seeing some short opportunities form. Now Euro Yen, interesting chart to watch at the moment. The Euro is actually gaining strength recently. However, the yen strength has really come into the market this week. This is largely due to the risk off sentiment in the market. Price of the stock markets have started to fall, and we started to see that kind of or see investors kind of push into the yen due to those stock markets falling. So really interesting market shape at the moment, market setups. We started to see the dollar gain some strength as well. Looks like we're getting a bit of a potential false breakdown of the dollar, and that dollar strength continuing, which is putting some pressure on the euro as well. So euro yen makes sense to potentially have a little look at. If we look at it from a technical point of view, we can see that we've broken through last week's low. Last week was pretty bearish for euro yen, and it looks to be on its way down to a support point, or the sellers look very much in control here. And if the price pulls back down, where could it pull back to? I think we could start to see euro yen back down again at this sort of 127.70 level where we saw some demand in the market come. So if that's going to happen, what should we expect? Well, what I like to look for is a 4-hour downtrend. I say this in the majority of my videos. I like the idea of when price forms an impulsive phase to the downside, what we often see is a change in trend. I can prove that by looking at this little rally up here on this weekly time frame. If I go over to this 4-hour chart and just move back, you can see that when price came into that key area, which is, let's say 128, we can see 128 down in and around here. If we look at the price action, you can see that price starts to form higher highs and higher lows. Now what we like to look for is where we're going to get those opportunities to trade those turning points when the market retraces within that phase. So I like to look at that in particular, and if we are going to impulse to the downside, we should be forming 4-hour lower lows and lower highs. That's what we are forming. We had a double top pattern in here. Price broke to the downside, we rallied, we retest neckline resistance. Price has broken to the downside. We've had a very shallow pullback, suggesting that this euro yen is potentially quite a strong moving market, and then price has broken to the downside once more. So if we get a secondary close, which is looking quite likely here, of a 4-hour close below these lows, this counts to me as a nice break in the trend, and that we could look for a lower high for a short position. Now there's two ways you can do that. You can either look at price coming back to the structure lows, like here for instance, and then look at a lower time frame change in trend, or we can look at where that selling pressure really came from, which was back up in and around this area here. So around sort of 129.90 up to 130 could be an area of interest, especially the sort of last bullish candlestick before the breakout. If we look at what happened here with the double top, we came into the last bullish candlestick after the breakout, before the breakout, and we retested that and we dropped. Didn't quite see that pullback that I was expecting. The next time round was very shallow, but nonetheless we've broken down. So for me, two areas of interest: this previous structure low, but ultimately this area in here. If price can trade back to this point, form bearish price action like we have up here, then that could be an opportunity to see euro yen decline further in line with this potential weekly move back towards 127.70. So keep an eye on your euro yen, definitely one to watch. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more of our Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you very soon.